Okay, so our presentation today is about how the ABA clinic started in Saudi Arabia and what challenges we have faced through the years that we have been working in the clinic. So maybe some of you who have attended Dr. Susan's speech, Jeddah Institute for Speech and Hearing began providing the ABA services to the children with autism in Saudi back in November 2008. And Dr. Susan was the clinical director for the clinic at that moment. It was the first time the ABA clinic was established in Saudi Arabia to serve children with autism, and it was the first clinic to provide actually intensive therapy to those children. So maybe it's worth sharing how the inspiration came to the honor of JISH, Madame Sultana Ali Rida, to open the ABA clinic. So old times, many years ago, Saudi families came to JISH for speech sessions. And as you maybe, many of you know that JISH is basically was providing only speech sessions back in the old days. So these Saudi families had children with autism who received ABA therapy outside the kingdom. So they were asking Madame Sultana to open ABA services at JISH. Also, one of the other reasons she decided to open the clinic is that one of her relatives got diagnosed with autism at a younger age, and that's what actually pushed her to go ahead and open the ABA clinic at JISH. So at the same time, when our ABA clinic has started, Dr. Susan was also teaching ABA courses at Al-Hekma College back then, when it was a college, and it was for a bachelor ABA program. So at the same time, she was teaching, and also she had set up the clinic at JISH. So it was required from the bachelor program that the students do a practicum part of their coursework, and JISH was the first practicum site for the students in the ABA bachelor program in Dar al-Hekma College. So basically, the students would come in for a semester or two. They would observe the learners in the clinic. They would see how we implement the programs, how we deal with their problem behaviors, and then they start getting training and supervision from the supervisors. And as they progress in their internship, they would start working independently with the learners in the clinic. So after these students graduated from the ABA program in Dar al-Hekma, many of them have actually started joining us in JISH and working as ABA therapists. Many of them have actually pursued their master's and PhD in ABA, and we are very proud that they're actually speakers of this first ABA symposium, and they are actually became leaders of the field in ABA in Saudi. So now I'm going to speak about the individuals who actually contributed to the progression of the ABA clinic. So along with Dr. Susan, who was the clinical director of the clinic, we had Ms. Shireen Basfar. She was the first Saudi board certified behavior analyst. She had a master's degree in ABA from Simmons College in the US. And she served as the first clinical supervisor for the clinic for 5 years. So during that time, she helped Dr. Susan in establishing the clinic and providing training and supervision for the staff, and also for Dar al-Hekma students who were coming in for their practicum. Also, we have Ms. Shumaila Jafri. She was hired in 2008 as an ABA therapist. She had a bachelor degree. She worked for a period of time, and then she got interested in the field, and she earned her master's degree in ABA from Bangor University in the UK. She got certified as a board certified behavior analyst. She came back to JISH, and she got promoted to work as clinical supervisor till 2018. Also, one of the individuals is me, Ms. Sanaa Ibrahim. I was hired in 2009 I had a bachelor degree in special ed from Al-Hekma, and I joined as an ABA therapist. After a couple of months, I got really interested into the field, and I decided to complete ABA coursework through Florida Institute of Technology, and then I got certified as the first board certified assistant behavior analyst in Saudi. And after a couple of more years of practice in the clinic, I decided to pursue my master's degree in ABA. So I earned it through Sage Colleges in New York, and I got certified as BCBA, and then I got promoted to a clinical supervisor position for the clinic till present. Also, we have Miss Enas Abdullah. She was hired in 2012. She had a master's degree in applied psychology from the University of Eastern London. She's a psychologist with a license from the Saudi Commission for Health Specialists. She started working as a therapist for a period of time in the clinic, and she was also immersed into the field and interested. So she decided to complete her ABA coursework through Florida Institute of Technology, and later on she got certified as a BCBA, and she was also promoted to a clinical supervisor position, and she is until present she is a clinical supervisor for the clinic. So it's interesting how the three of us, me, Enas, and Shumaila, has started our experience at JISH in the first ABA clinic with no knowledge or experience in ABA, but through working directly every day with those kids in the clinic, we've seen how this ABA science worked. We've seen the progress with the kids. We have seen how their life has changed. We've seen how their family lives have changed to the better. So we were really impressed by the science, and we were lucky that we had Madame Sultana, Dr. Susan, Ms. Shireen there to mentor us, to guide us, to support us, and to walk us through this path of pursuing our education and seeking certification in ABA, and to become the behavior analyst we are today, and to become pioneers of the field of ABA in Saudi. So now I'm going to speak about how things went far after Dr. Susan decided to travel back to the US. So she traveled back in 2015, and Madame Sultana Ali Rida, the owner of JISH, was thinking of how to continue providing high quality of services to our children in the clinic. She always had this vision that she wanted the best quality to be provided to our children. So in 2016, she decided to sign an affiliation with the Carbon Clinic to provide us with consultation and training. The Carbon Clinic is owned by Dr. Vincent Carbon. Dr. Vincent Carbon is a behavior analyst with more than 34 years of experience in treating children with autism. He is very well known for his research and contributions in the field. He has different branches of the Carbon Clinic in the US, in Europe, in UAE, and in the Middle East. So he assigned Ms. Laura Ferguson, a BCBA and an outreach consultant from the Carbon Clinic, to provide us, the supervisors, with training and consultation. So the training basically was provided 3 times a year, where she would come and stay for a week or so. She would spend full days in the clinic observing the learners, observing the staff, implementing programs, providing us as supervisors with feedback, providing us with recommendations of how to move on with the programs with the clients we had. And afterwards, the training and consultation is continued through the rest of the year for follow-up through online consultations. So we have seen substantial progress since our affiliation with the Carbon Clinic with our learners. We as clinicians and supervisors have grown significantly in our clinical skills since our affiliation with the Carbon Clinic. And we're happy with this affiliation, and we hope that we continue and continue providing the highest quality of services that we could afford to our children in the clinic. And now I will leave you with Ms. Enas. She will speak about the challenges that we have faced throughout basically a decade. It's been more than 10 years since we opened the clinic. And she's also gonna mention what solutions we've came up to overcome those challenges. So thank you for listening, and the mic goes to you, Ms. Enas.
Okay, thank you. Hello, thank you, Sanaa. Great start. So this is Enas. So I will start continuing with our presentation, and let's take you through our challenges and that we have been facing for the past years, and also some of the solutions that we have come up with during that time. First of the challenges I would like to talk to you about today is the cost. And what I mean by the cost, that the high cost of therapy, of ABA therapy. As we all know that ABA is an expensive service, not only in Saudi or in the Middle East, it's all over the world. And because of that reason, some of the family actually cannot afford the fees of the ABA service. And they are actually facing difficulties to pay the fees for their children for that service, or actually even if they have that maintain or they paid that fees for a period of time, they can't actually sustain that providing the high quality of service for their children for years and years because of the high cost. So for that reason, we JISH, Alhamdulillah, have a support system, a sponsorship system to help these families who actually can't afford the fees for the ABA service, to help them like providing that service for their children. And also one of the challenges that we were being facing is that the insurance companies are not covered the ABA service. So as we all know that ABA service, it's new in Saudi and in the Middle East, so it's not covered by the insurance companies. But Alhamdulillah, it started in 2018, the insurance companies started actually covering some of that ABA service, not the full amount, just like few amount, but at least it's something that can help the family to actually pay that fees. Also, from the challenges that we have been facing throughout these years were the services. So as Sanaa mentioned earlier, that JISH was the first clinic who is in Saudi who's providing an ABA program with a high quality of service and under certified behavior analyst. We actually have a high demand of for the ABA service for the families, to support them and to provide that service for them. So beside that, we decided to starting providing some sort of service to help with the intensive therapy that we are providing. So we are providing intensive therapy for the kids, which the kids actually come every day for minimum 2 hours, which is max minimum 10 hours weekly. So we started with providing parents consultation service. And let me talk to you a bit about what I meant by parent consultation service. So instead of the kid coming on daily session, we actually ask the kid and their families or their caregivers to come 5 days. And on these 5 days, we actually run or do the assessments for them. We do the training for the family and for their caregivers to help them and teach them some skills to carry over at home. And after that, we schedule a follow-up session on a monthly basis for minimum 2 to 3 hours to actually follow up with them on the training, if there is any difficulties or issues they were been facing throughout that time, so we can help them with. And also from the challenges, and I would consider it one of the biggest challenges we actually we face and we actually still facing, is providing therapy for adolescents and adults with autism. So as we know that we started ABA program in JISH with a young age group, so we created or we designed the clinic setting for that young age group. And for these kids who actually started with us from that time, they actually now getting older and they actually required some facilities that age appropriate for them. So for that, we are actually have come with some solution to help them and to provide the best service for them. So now in JISH, alhamdulillah, we have started, or actually we have created a small gym that which includes some equipment to do some exercising for them. And also we have an outdoor physical activities for them to practice, such as riding a bike, going for a walk, jogging or running with their instructors. And also we have designed a small kitchen for them to teach them some activity of daily living skills to help them and teach them to be more independent. So that we hope and we wish if we could have more centers that actually provide therapy or recreational therapy for these adults with autism that actually on ABA or based on ABA principles. Also from the challenges we were being facing and we actually still facing till now, that staff. What I mean here by staff, like hiring staff. So the first thing is all the staff required to be bilingual for two purposes. First purpose is because some of our kids are English speakers. So we need to provide the therapy in English. And also the material or the training material and methods are in English. Also, as we know that ABA is still not licensed in Saudi Arabia and in the Middle East, all our staff has required to have the license from the Saudi Commission of Health Specialists. And we hope that inshallah in the coming year that ABA got license in Saudi Arabia, so this issue will be solved very soon inshallah. Also for the past these years, we actually have a period when we have a staff turnover. And that was for different reasons. Some of the reason was because of the intensity of the program or the therapy itself, and some was before the intensity of the training. So we have come up with some solution for that, which is we started implementing an evaluation, a reward system for our staff for all the skills that we are training them on. And also we are continuing with the promotion system in order to encourage and actually motivate, keep our staff motivated to deliver the good service for these children with autism and high quality of service. And we actually...
Ms. Enas, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you have 2 minutes left.
Yes, Yes, okay. I'm almost here. I'm almost done.
Okay, good.
Uh, so, um, um, so we actually had staff who actually pursue their and receive their BCABA, BCBA, and we are also encouraging our staff to continue pursuing their BCBA, BCABA, RBT credentials. And currently, we have one staff who is actually pursuing his BCBA. So as of JISH has been the inception of the ABA in Saudi Arabia, we will continue to be the solid source to provide the high quality of service, ABA service for the kids with autism and their families and to support the community. And we're actually very happy that now we can see that our field is growing and we have more of behavior analysts. We actually wish and hope they continue providing the high quality of service for children with autism. And at the end of our presentation, thank you, Al-Hekma University. Thank you, Dr. Lamis, for giving us the opportunity to share our experience and challenges over these years. And we wish the field and all of us the best, inshallah, in the future. Thank you.